Emanating from the Londonderry Bowling Center in Londonderry, New Hampshire, it's Big Shot Bowling. Big Shot Bowling is brought to you by Duddy Ford. From economy to luxury, you'll find it at Duddy Ford. By Diamond Chevrolet, where you always get a diamond of a deal. And by Burnett Landscaping. They'll make your lawn green for not a lot of green. Big Shot Bowling is brought to you in conjunction with the World Hamilton Bowlers Congress. Hi, everybody. Bob Foraker along with Jack Ray here on Big Shot Bowling. And as always, we'll be sharing with you a couple of outstanding Hamilton bowlers. Don Richmond back for the 4th consecutive week. And Steve Reno is our challenger. Should be a good one.
Well, certainly this isn't going to be an easy match for Don. Stevie Reno is just fresh off the World Hamilton team tournament being a high average, 134.
Not too bad at all. Let's take a close-up on each guy. First of all, the challenger from Southbridge, Massachusetts. There he is, Steve Reno. What can you tell us about this guy, Jack?
Well, Steve has a high single of a 191 with a high triple of 481 and a whopping average of 131.
Pretty good numbers for the sport of candlepin bowling. And the champ from Holbrook, Massachusetts, Don Richmond. He's been on fire 2 times out of the 3, and he grabbed one last week.
That's one you have to get away with. So he's going for his number 4, and Don supports a high single of a 199, a high triple of a 510, but an average of a 121.
So there you have it. Some stats on these 2 guys who will be bowling here on Big Shot Bowling. Don Richmond, the defending champ, and Steve Reno, the challenger. We'll be back with the first game, but first we're going to break for these messages.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Oh, again, everybody, and welcome back to Big Shot Bowling. Bob Foraker with Jack Ray. To lift off this show from Southbridge, Massachusetts, Steve Reno. Steve was with us once before, back in 1988, when he lost to Dan Gallant.
Stevie has probably been one of the better bowlers of the past couple of years. We call him the right-handed Peter Flynn.
He fires it.
Oh, he certainly does.
As you pointed out, top of this telecast, his average of 131, and he cleans them all out.
That's for the 10 box.
There it is again, 10 count on the replay.
Like I say, Stevie Reno had the high average in the World Team Tournament this year. It was held in November with a 134 average.
And he brings down 9, hoping to spare.
He's up to 5 team here. He's going to start nice and early with a mile.
Got it.
Right on it. Steve doesn't miss too many easy spares, especially singleton.
Here's the 3-time champ from Holbrook, Massachusetts, Don Richmond.
I don't think he's going to be able to win with a 350 match this week. Certainly going to have to be close to that 400 game with Steve Reno here.
Yeah, last week he defeated Sean Antone of Biddeford, Maine. Don Richmond had a 353. Sean Antone with a 349. Prior to that, he had a couple of fine victories. One over Bob Medeiros, had a 417. The week before, he defeated Bob Kelly when he posted a strong 420, 4-3. And he starts off with a disappointing half dozen here.
Well, Don has a very compact approach there and very powerful. I'm just going to say he throws a lot of strikes, too. Beating through that one, though.
After a half dozen, he comes back with what you're watching right now, the home run ball for the strike.
How's Tim didn't have a chance on that ball?
He beat up on him. Here's Steve Reno from Southbridge, Massachusetts. His dad, Harry, was with us a few weeks ago when he lost to Bob Kelly of Stoneham, Massachusetts. And Harry Reno is in the audience today, watching his son Steve in action.
Stevie slipped a little bit at the line on that one, but he still got the head pin and didn't get the break by getting the 10 pin down for the second spare.
Spare race on a 10 for Steve. Steve with a 38 after 3 in the first of 3. There he is, Harry Reno.
Stevie's taught everything that Harry knows. Is that how it's supposed to be?
Harry told me he looked younger than his son, Stevie. And they're both outstanding candlepin bowlers.
They won the Mass State doubles champion, I think it was about 3-4 years ago. I don't know if we have a stat on that anyways, but they've been bowling together for quite some time.
Yeah, back in 1987.
And Steve just had the bucket leave and left up the back in the 8-pin. Looks like he hit that perfect, too.
And a 10 count. Cheryl Young keeping the scoreboard that you see on your screen. Our top official for this show is Tony Zernicke. Scotty Lurick, a member of the WCBC Tour, and a winner this season is our statistician. Scotty, not a bad bowler. She's had a couple of victories.
Yeah, she won, I think she won the first one this year.
That she did.
Correct. That was out in Framingham.
The second one.
The second one in Framingham. She corrected me on that one.
A spear on the strike for Don.
Well, Don comes out of the gate, even though he started with a 6-box, throws a couple of marks right away.
Both bowlers that appear on the show will be receiving trophies from George Girton Trophy Center. Girton Trophy Center located 138 Southbridge Street in Worcester, Massachusetts.
What a...
Wow! Woo-hoo! Climb on that one again, baby. Watch it.
Boy, that was the 210. What a spear there. Don knows he had to come into this match with his best bowling. Stevie better get on his horse right away here.
Steve Reno. With a spear, 8 in the second. 2 full on the head. Got the 1, got the 8, got the 9.
What do you do with this lead, Bob?
I don't know. I don't do anything with it. I just stay right up here and babble.
Now Steve wants to come out with a box here and start getting it going in the 6th. That was a good 8-box out of that bat.
56 at the midway point of the first game for Steve.
This has only been Steve's 4th year on the Pro Tour. And last year, he lost Bowler of the Year by 2 pins to Dan Gallant. I'm talking about making the pins, making every 10-box and 9-box. That's a very good indication right there. Ah, it is a nice pair.
Superlative.
Seen 2 nice pairs, and they're very, very early coming in this match.
Don Richmond filling on a mark with a disappointing 4. Don looking for his 4th straight win here on Big Shot Bowling. The champ of this show will receive $200, runner-up $100, and as I said before, both guys will get trophies from George Girton Trophy Center. And Girton Trophy Center is located in the heart of the Commonwealth in Massachusetts, and that's Worcester.
Even have a shot named after that. It's a half Worcester.
Yep. And if you get 2 half Worcesters, it's a full Worcester.
Full Worcester. You get to move to the beautiful town of Worcester.
The birthplace of candlepin bowling.
That's correct. We're going to have to get a shot made half Londonderry or something to tape it out of.
And I might also mention the home of Captain PJ.
Captain PJ.
Your main man.
Oh. I remember that show we had with him. Nobody will ever let me forget about it either.
When he was your manager.
Almost helped me win a match, too, that time against Steve Vadney.
Vadney has never been the same. I think he's going to be with us in a few weeks.
That's right. Steve will be with us to do the Challenger next week.
I wish I brought along Captain PJ. Hey, strike by Steve Reno.
I see a call filling a spare with a healthy ball.
Oh, yes. Here's a strike and a couple of spares.
Only 1 pin separating the boys the first 6 boxes.
Looking for the double. Oh, the 5 is still standing. Hill the king.
Should have been a double. That certainly looked like it when he was going in there.
And if a guy gets a triple during the match, he'll win himself an AMA gift. And an AMA gift is a book with many fine selections to pick from. Radios, TV, stereos, you name it. It's in there. Compliments of Six Gun Productions. Don Richmond bringing down 7.
Now he has with the 7 drop. He leaves up the 2, 4, and the 7 pin. Just stay right on the front wood here, and he should, right on the front pin, he should nail this shot down.
Wow. Someone nailed the 7 pin down.
Wow, I guess. I think I would have been kicking the ball rack on that one.
You've been known to do that a couple of times.
Every bowler lets it out once in a while.
And a 10, a disappointing 10, if there is such a thing, for the champ, Don Richmond, with an average of a 121. Looking for his 4th consecutive win.
Don finds himself going from 1 pin up to
Got it.
pin down.
Big home run ball off the bowling of Don. Here it is. 1 free pocket for the strike.
I think these pins are starting to warm up already.
2 strikes, 2 spares for Richmond. 1 strike, 3 spares for Reno. Little light in the 1-2 pocket, but it still dropped 7.
Has a nice diamond leaf here, which is the 6, 9, and the 10. That little the wood near between the 6 and the 9, which should make the shot a little easier.
Got it. 4 spares along with a strike for Steve. Steve's best high single, a 191. Best triple of 481.
That average is something that Steve has, though, that 131 average.
Wow. And that's for real.
That's for real. Every time he goes out there and bowls, it's like bowling a 393 for a 3-swing total.
And he has a 129 plus. Actually, a 135. Oh, yes, the bell of the fair. Off the bowling of talent to Steve Reno. 5 marks in a row.
2 of those marks that he's had within those 5 have been split shots that he's made. That was a 3, 4, 6, and 10 he just made for the spare lead. Going to start off with a 140-plus game.
6 more on the scoreboard for Steve. 145 in the first game.
He had 56 after 5, only being 6 pins over, and all of a sudden he exploded.
1 strike, 5 spares, and 5 marks in a row in the second half of the first game. Don Richmond coming back, looking for the double. Comes up 1 shy, but hopes to spare it.
Well, Don's going to say, I want to throw a 140 game myself here. I'll stay right with you.
And a spare. 2 strikes, 3 spares for Don in the first game. This has been an exciting match so far, showcasing challenger Steve Reno and 3-time champ Don Richmond. Wow, too full. He knew it as soon as it left his hand.
They felt like he had a string on that one. He wanted to pull that one back. But
5 on the spare. 122. Actually, 127 after that ball. Make it a 128 now.
just don't come out with a bad box. You don't want to have one what he started out with.
And a 7. So after one, the challenger, Steve Reno, in the driver's seat. A 145 for Steve, and our champ, Don Richmond, with a 129. We'll be back with the second game, so stick around for more exciting action here on Big Shot Bowling, seen around North America on the New England Sports Network.
Which is you and yours the same thing.
Marco Polo, that's right, Marco Polo, located in Worcester, Massachusetts. If you want t-shirts, athletic clothing, they do embroidering, they have it all. For all occasions, t-shirts and athletic clothing. No order too big or too small. If you want a straight deal, see the owner, Mark Straight, at Marco Polo. They have screen printing and embroidering, as I said, and they're located in the heart of the Commonwealth here in Massachusetts, 133 Dewey Street. So for athletic Clothing, it's Marco Polo. Now let's get the action. Back here on lane number 29. Sean Richmond trailing it by 16 after 1 to challenger Steve Reno. Richmond had himself a 129, a respectable 129, but Reno an outstanding 145, Jack Ray.
Yes, Steve certainly came out of the last 5 blocks with 5 marks in a row. But 16 pins for Don, though, certainly isn't that big of a deficit. He can put marks up there in a hurry himself.
And a 10 count. Amongst the spectators here today, we have from Hudson, New Hampshire, Andy Hudson. That's right. They named the town after Andy.
So he lives on Hudson Street, too.
How did you know? Let's see if we can get a shot of Andy. There he is, Andy Hudson.
Don has a 9-pin drop, leading up to 6-pin here. Ooh, wow, right on that one. Can't miss too many of those against Steve Reno. Don comes out with a couple of 10 boxes, but he certainly wished he had a spare on that second.
There's that miss. We show the good, we have to show the bad sometimes, Jack.
That's right. There's many bad ones, there are good ones sometimes. But we certainly have 2 good bowlers up there.
Oh, do we ever.
He's starting off right where he left off. Up to 9 and leaves up to 7-pin with a plank. Bob, I think you could make this one.
Well, we refer to this as Mrs. Riley's duck soup. And a spare for Steve. Steve now with 6 spares, 1 strike. En route to his 145, he had a strike and 5 spares. Leading it by 16 and adding to it right here.
So he crossed over on that one in the 1-2 pocket. Looked like a better ball on that, but here he leaves up to 5, 9, and 10. And the way Steve's been bowling, no shot is impossible for him. Bounced that one a little bit, but he's up a 9 and a 10 now and try to get one of these.
Steve, in 4 years, has picked up 1 victory on the Pro Tour. Oh, nice shot.
What a 10.
There it is again. Candlepin bowling, fun for all ages. New England's #1 family sport, candlepin bowling. 1-3 pocket, a drop of 9 for Don, who's looking for his 4th consecutive win.
Don leaves up the 4-pin in this one. Even if he misses this one a little bit, he can still come away with it. He's right on that one, though.
Don getting a spare. In his 129 game, he had 2 strikes and 3 spares. Now he has 4 spares, a couple of strikes in the match. I'd like to thank Mr. Tux for suiting me up for this show. Mr. Tux, located at 424 Belmont Street in Worcester, Massachusetts. They also have a location in Natick,
What a shot!
Yeah. Whoa! We should put him in a Tux for Mr. Tux. After that shot, here it is again. We're going to label this one with a capital S, and that is superlative, Jack.
That's right. When I seen that ball going down there, I said, it has a chance to make that shot. We have seen some fine shots in this match already, and it's only into the early start of the second game. He didn't miss that one by much.
Once again, we'd like to remind you, Mr. Tux is the place for you for your formal wear. Located in Worcester and in Natick. Gary Levine, he's our main man at Mr. Tux, along with Mark Atkins. Disappointing 7 for Steve. Steve has been bowling candlepins for 12 years.
Steve missed a hit on the left side on that and really got away with that one.
Yeah, get a little break there.
Yeah, he's up to 7-8 with a piece of wood there. Should have it covered if he plays a red line.
Bit high off the mark.
Now, Steve started out slow in his first game with only 1 mark in his first 5 blocks. He finished strong.
Did he ever with 5 in a row. A spare, then a strike, and then 3 more spares. 44 after 4 in the second. Don was working on another spare. Last time he had a spare, he filled it with a 4. Wow.
Holy mackerel.
How do you do that? A 3.
I don't know. He came in very light on that 1-3 pocket.
Lifted everything high in the sky.
I was telling Don after the first match that times he came in on the left pocket and it was 1-2, he was throwing a strike, and he come into that 1-3 pocket and he wasn't getting much action. And that one there, it just did nothing. That was a nice 9 block out of that mess, though.
Yeah, it was a miss, wasn't it?
He had a chance to gain something there, too, get cut into that lead, but I was going to have to throw a mark here on the 6.
In the 1-2 pocket, bringing down 8, going after the 5 and the 8 now, hoping to spare. 5 spares, 2 strikes for Don. 2 full on the 5, cost him. Big Shot Bowling, emanating from the Londonderry Bowling Center in Londonderry, New Hampshire. The home of TR's Tavern. I'd like to thank the fine people here at Londonderry for allowing us to tape Big Shot Bowling. Charlie Reed and his staff, they always do a great job hosting us here, Jack.
That's right. We have a Pro Tour coming up here, the WCBC Pro Tour in March. The second weekend in March. It's always a fine place to bowl at.
Yes, it is. Nice comeback by Steve Reno on the second ball.
You know, both bowlers laboring here a little bit in the early going stages. I thought the place might have been a little easy coming out with decent scores in the first inning. Have to get back to top of their game.
High triple of a 481 for Steve.
That's knocking down quite a few pins for 3 strings.
That it is. And he's won a few championships over the years, besides winning one on the Pro Tour. In '86, he won the Men's State Open Singles in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. In '87, he won the Men's Open Doubles with his dad, Harry. 1989, Men's Open Singles, Pro Bowler of the Year, runner-up in '89, and Western New England Pro Bowler of the Year. Also, he was on the State Class A Teams champs in 1989. And we're going to take a break after a half dozen of the second game. Steve Reno and Don Richmond doing candlepin bowling battle. Richmond by 4 in this string so far, but in the match, he's down by a dozen. If you'd like to take a crack at winning a cruise for 2, Wright Cruise Big Shot Bowling, 1431 Brush Hill Road in Milton, Massachusetts. Send us a postcard with your name and address on it, and at the end of the taping of Big Shot Bowling for the season, we're going to pull a card, and someone's going to win a trip for 2. Compliments of Premier Cruise and National Tours and Travel, located in Shaker Heights, Ohio. So come on, send us a postcard with your name and address on it, and maybe you can be the winner of a, nice cruise. 3 nights in Bahamas, 3 nights in Disney World. Compliments of these sneakers right here. There's our official storekeeper, or correction, judge, and his Santa's helpers socks. That's Tony C. Here we go. Let's pick up the action now. Don Richmond. Come on, folks. Send in a card to Cruise. And you maybe could be a winner. We'd like to thank National Tours and Travel, Shaker Heights, Ohio, for putting up this cruise along with Premier Cruise Line.
Tony C. Does that stand for Tony Claus? Or Santa Claus? Or?
Yes, it does. How did you know?
Oh, no. I know there's a resemblance there.
There it is. Stir it up again for Don Richmond. He's trailing by a dozen in the match, and this is the second game. I'd like to thank Larry Schmelzer of National Tours and Travel for putting up this cruise. And by the way, if you're going to travel and you want to save yourself 10%, do it through National Tours and Travel, Shaker Heights, Ohio, and tell Larry Schmelzer and his crew that you heard it on Big Shot Bowling, and they'll deduct 10% on any and all of your travel.
That's quite a bargain.
It is. Fine folks in Shaker Heights, Ohio. Although they don't bowl candle pins out there, they love it.
So they must still get the show out there, though.
Oh, they do. Half Worcester.
Steve is laboring here a little bit in the last few boxes. He hasn't been able to get the head pin. Don's making a little move, getting the mark here and there. Nice try by Stevie. He's up to 8 and a 10. Let's him try to convert for a 10 box here.
His first game, he had an outstanding 145. Got it. Very nice 10 for Steve Reno of Southbridge, Massachusetts, the challenger. Been on the tour for 4 years. High single 191. High three of 481.
Even though Steve has only won one tournament on the tour in his 4 years, I could see him certainly winning a few more in a very short coming.
Got it.
What a there, nice conversion.
Oh, yes. Here it is again.
It's unusual for Steve to leave the head pin on after his first ball, but he'll get it going again.
Couple of spares for Steve here in the second. First game, he had a strike and 5 spares. John Richmond blows out all the candles for the home run ball.
And that was that one free pocket, which he hasn't had too much luck when he's been hitting it, but certainly got them all on that one.
That's his third strike of the match, along with 5 spares, looking for the double. Looking down now at the Big 5 lead. 2, 4, 7, and 3 and 6 off to the right. Got the 3 and the 6. Now he's going to try to tip over the 2, 4, and 7 for a 10 count. So I'm trailing by 5 in the match, up by 11 in this game. And he'll settle for an 8. And a 117, along with a 129. 2-string count of a 246 for Don. Our 3-time champ, the King of the Hill, at this juncture here on Big Shot Bowling.
Well, Steve's just not getting that ball up in the head pin, like I said earlier, and it's like he's trying to force the ball out there other than having his normal smooth release.
A disappointing free fill on his mark.
Now, if Steve doesn't do anything in his 10th box, they're going to have a very close match here going into the final game.
The executive producer of Big Shot Bowling is John E. Liggum, the Big Daddy. Our producer and director for this show is Bob McElroy, assisted by Tim Young, Maxine Stadnick, and Jay Benoit. Also working the show, camera guys, we have Gary Belrose, Ray Snell, and Barry L. Davis. That's the Barry Large Davis. And a 101. So, Jack, you called it.
Very unusual 101 for
Yeah.
Steve.
It's a close one here. It's so close, it's all tied at 246 apiece. 246 will be back with the final game, so stick around for more exciting action here on Big Shot Bowling. Children are very, very special, particularly those with special needs. And the Center for Children with Special Needs is dedicated to helping children with special needs. And it's located at the New England Medical Center at 750 Washington Street in Boston. And if you'd like to make a donation to this fine cause, the Center for Children with Special Needs, we'd love to have you. And you can send it right there to the New England Medical Center, located at 750 Washington Street in Boston. The World Candlepin Bowlers Congress and Six Gun Productions behind the Center for Children with Special Needs. Now let's get back to the action. Final game coming up. We're all locked at 2:46 apiece between Steve Reno and Don Richmond. Jack Ray, it can't get any closer than that.
Well, it certainly brings it down to a one-string match now.
Steve with games of 145 and then a 101, and for Don a 129 and a 117.
Steve starts out punching right through the middle and want to come out with a good box in this one.
Bob Foraker here along with my partner, Jack Ray, filling in for the vacationing Dan the Man Murphy. I don't know where he's vacationing, but he is vacationing, Jack.
We're going to have to find out, and I hope he sends us a postcard.
Yeah, and maybe he could win that crew.
That's right.
A 10 count, and then another light hit.
Steve punches out the 1 and the 8 on that lead.
It's almost impossible to do.
Certainly is. You wonder how that ball gets through those other pins down there between the 2 and the 5, but it certainly finds its way. Steve must have taken something off the ball or whatever, but totally not himself after the first string.
After that 145, he dipped to a 101. Now he lifts off with a 10 and then a 7.
That's a nice opening for Don. He throws 1 or 2 marks here. That'll put a little pressure on Steve.
Drop of 7 for Don.
Yeah, but Don missing a head pin. He leaves up to 2, 4, and 7. And it's not a bad fair lead at all. We even have a little guide there with that wood in front of it.
Tony Zernicke checking to see if it's in play. He's the guy with the red socks and the red sweater. He was in the spirit.
Yeah, that's right.
I'd like to wish all of you happy holidays from all of us here on Big Shot Bowling.
Looking forward to the holidays this year, too, Bob. Just in that spirit.
Got to have the spirit, huh?
Certainly do.
Here's Don. Dumping down 6. 6 on the spare.
Don leaves up to 4 Hussman on the right side, which is made up of the 1, 3, 6, and 10.
Lassos them all for another spare.
And 1, 3, 6, and 10 didn't stay up there for long at all.
No, it didn't. Here it is again on the replay.
There's that ball Steve's looking for, and should have been a much better lead than he has, but he certainly has a possibility with a piece of wood on the right side of the 8-10. He's just going to try to nick it. He has to get by that front wood, though.
Oh, almost. He nicked it, but didn't quite nick it enough.
Not enough. Just caught that front wood just a little too much.
And he shades it down very gently for a 10. And a 27 after 3 for Steve Reno, who makes his home in Southbridge, Massachusetts. Steve's down, 4 to go.
He's just not getting the action he was in that first string, and he's another split lead here with the 3, 6, 10, and 4 pin over on the left. He made the shot early, though, in the first string. Steve really laboring here in the first 4 boxes of the third string. Leaves another opening for Don.
And an 8. A 10, a 7, a 10, and an 8 for 35. And just 20-35 after 4 for the challenger, Steve Reno.
Yeah, Steve's back with a half smile on his face saying, what am I doing?
Don's filling on his second spare, and he fills it with an 8.
Don's trying to get that ball in there with a little bit of mixing action, leaving up the 2 and the 5 pin here.
Looking for his 4th straight win here on Big Shot Bowling. Overall, he's had 4 wins. He won back in '87 over the guy who's coming on next week, Steve Vadnais. In a great match, a 4:03 to a 4:02.
Can't get much closer than that, can you?
No, you can't.
That makes a nice, exciting match. And they're all exciting matches here at Big Shot Bowling.
And all these guys are members of the Pro Bowlers Tour, sponsored by the World Candlepin organization.
Well, Don finds the middle there and has the spread eagle for the lead.
And the president of the WCBC is my partner today, Jack Ray.
Soon to be a daddy, Bob.
Hey,
In March 19th.
well, that's great. And a 10 for Don. How is your lovely wife, Kelly, these days?
Good. She's in the audience today. She's doing very well.
No, that's good.
Spending all the money for the Christmas gift.
Ooh, my. What is happening? Why is it one game you can be so good and the next game not so good?
Well, if somebody had found out the answer to that, I guess they'd probably be the #1 in the world all the time. But just only a game of inches. Not even inches. Quarter of inches, eighth of an inch. Take a little bit off the ball, put a little bit more on it. No one really has the answer for it.
That's why Candlepin Bowling is so exciting and so interesting.
And so frustrating.
Frustrating and challenging. 45 at the midway point in the final game for Steve Reno. And he hits it in the pocket. The 1-2 pocket brings down 8, hoping to get a mark.
And he's up to 5-9 here with a piece of wood in the middle and just wheel it down there and hit that 5 thing. Should have the mark.
He's out of the rhythm.
It certainly is. It's very hard to find it, too, especially when it comes down to a one-string match.
2 off-target shots for Steve Reno. Don Richmond, who once posted a 199 single and once had a triple of a whopping 510, is leading in the match by 19.
I'll have to ask Don about that 199 if you left the pin in the last box for that. Everybody always wants to hit a 200 game. Now Don has another 8-pin drop. It seems like he has one of these every other box. This time he leaves up the 3 and the 5.
Got it.
And next that one.
8 spares overall in the match for Don, along with 3 strikes. And in this game, you can see 3 spares. Spare 6, spare 8. Let's see what he does with this spare.
Don's due for a strike. He hasn't had one quite some time there. He usually throws a lot of strikes, too.
Spare 5 for Don, who's trying to grab his 4th straight. Last week, he had a win over Sean Antone of Biddeford, Maine.
Nice try by Don.
The week before, he defeated Bob Medeiros, and the week before that, Bob Kelly. 10 counts for Don, and we're going to take a break. After a half dozen in the final game, it is Don Richmond leading in this match by 26. We came into this game all locked up. 2:46 apiece, but Don has had the upper hand in this one. Jack, you know that lady there?
Yeah, I think I know who she is.
That's Kelly.
My pregnant wife, Kelly. That's right.
Well, let's get back to the action now.
Supposed to be out Christmas shopping. What's she doing here?
I don't know. Maybe she's keeping an eye on you. Maybe she's back to get more money. Yeah. Here we go. The man who is leading is on the bench, and the guy who's trailing is up. That is Steve Reno.
Well, Stevie drops 9 here. He's got to start marking right away, Bob, or this match is over.
Yeah, he's down by 26 with 4 frames to go for each guy here on Big Shot Bowling. Got it.
Yeah, he needed that one very bad. Now he needs a big fill on this one.
He now has 8 spares, his first one in this game, along with 1 strike. Started up the match with a 145 dip to a 101, and he's been struggling ever since.
Well, we hope he has his second strike here, but got 1-8 lead again.
Got the deuce on the spare.
Most of the bad leaves have been on this alley 30 here on the right alley, and just wondering if there's things maybe off a little bit down there or whatever, but boy, they're putting the ball in there, too. What a nice out on that one.
9 for Steve. Steve with a 74 after rate, a disappointing 74. You can see that spare, too. Oh, that hurt.
Certainly does, especially when you need another. You have to mark out when you're down that many pins, and with only 4 boxes remaining.
A big one by the champ. Strike off the bowling of Don Richmond.
I don't want to be too soon in saying it, but with that strike there, I think he put the nail in the coffin with that mark there.
Looking for the double. Got it!
He got it.
Oh, my. Next time up, he'll have a shot at a big-time Emma gift. If he can get the triple.
We haven't had a triple on Big Shot Bowling for a while, have we, Bob?
Last one, Tom Olster. Tommy got it back a few weeks ago. Here's Steve Reno. Final 2. Gets himself a mark.
Yeah, that's a little too late for Steve here.
Steve with a strike and 9 spares in the match.
Now let's hope he goes out with an Emma gift, too.
Not going to do it.
No.
Don will be back next week to take on
Steve Adney
from Claremont, New Hampshire.
Boy, that's way up there, too.
Oh, it is. Beautiful part of the state of New Hampshire.
There's a lot of snow up around that area this time of the year, too.
And an even 100 in the final game for Steve Reno. And a 346 total. Here's our 4-time champ looking for the triple.
Ooh, boy, that ball looked like it was going in there nice, too.
Nope, no Emma gift. But he'll have a big shot coming up when we come back after this game. He'll be going after a triple, and if he gets a triple, he'll win himself a cruise for 2, compliments of National Tours and Travel, located in Shaker Heights, Ohio. And that cruise will send him to the Bahamas, and he'll also spend some time at Disney World. Premier Cruise Line and National Tours and Travel, the ones supplying us with a cruise for 2. I'd like to thank Larry Schmelzer from Shaker Heights, Ohio, National Tours and Travel, the guy making it all possible.
Now, Don, with his 150 game in the end, had his third 400 out of 4 weeks.
A 4:02, nice 156 in the final game for the 4-time champ, Don Richmond. And he's excited because it's going to make his holidays much better because have a few more bucks in his hip pocket. We'll be back with the big shot coming up for Don Richmond. But first, let's roll away during this holiday season here on Big Shot Bowling. Week, Don Richmond grabs the title here on Big Shot Bowling. Steve Reno, the runner-up. Steve, second time with us, and once again you had a 346. Hello. But I might say this, you got off to a great start with a 145. What happened the last 2 games?
I don't know, nothing really. I threw the same ball, it just didn't work for me. I don't know what it was.
Nice having you with us, $100 and a trophy from Girton Trophy Center in Worcester, Mass.
Well, it has to be the small version, Steve, but all right. I'm like Mr. Olson. I can't get a win on Big Shot Bowling.
Well, you come back again next time.
You finally got one, so someday I'll get mine.
Well, you have to start out with the small one first, and you come back with a big one.
Oh, yeah.
And Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Steve. Okay, thank you. Steve Reno, and now it's going to be Don Richmond going after the triple. All he needs is 3 consecutive strikes to win himself a cruise for 2.
Well, he had 2 strikes in the earlier match in that last spring. Just a hit in on this one, Bob. We're going to get, what, an Emma gift here now?
Nope. Come on over, John. Let's have a nice round of applause for the 4-time champ, John Richmond. And John, once again, 400 series, 402, not bad, and another win.
Not bad at all. Caught cheating on an off day, I must admit. We were both, going back and forth there in that second string there, and then in that third, we couldn't seem to get the rhythm going there, and I just threw the ball out there, and that's what happened.
$200, another trophy from Gritton Trophy Center.
Boy, this is getting to be a habit here, giving you the big trophy there, Don. And
It's not a bad habit to get into.
third 400 out of 4 weeks. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, it's that time of the year. Happy holidays from all of us.
That's right. Yep. Happy, Merry Christmas.
Right, Merry Christmas to all.
Hey, thanks so much for being with us. We'll be back next week. Steve Vadney will be the challenger. John Richmond still in the winner's circle. Bob Foraker for Jack Ray. Thanking you so much for being with us. See you next week.